How do you get more clients in archivists? Hey guys, my name is Fabio Palvelli, I'm a designer, and every week I try to share with you a bit of my life as well as tips and tricks on how to be a better architecture visualizer. If you're new here, please do consider subscribing. First of all, happy 2018. I really hope you had the chance to take a little bit of time off to spend with your friends and family, kind of take a rest before starting this new adventure that we are going to call 2018. In this video, I will discuss with you some of the most common techniques used to increase your client base when working as an architecture visualizer. This is by far the most requested topic in response to my video about prices for archivist images. If you have not watched that video, I recommend you do. Now, it was not simple to answer this question, and not for the reasons you might think. Getting more clients and growing a business, any business for that matter, can be relatively fast given the right preconditions, or it can take a very long time, sometimes years. Many do give up before they reach their goal, and very often simply because they make the wrong choices on how to manage their business. Also, there are so many variables to be taken in account that for sure this video alone will not cover them all. The short answer on how to get more clients is take business classes. Seriously, if you think you can get away with managing an archivist business the artist way, the odds are very much against you. I'm not saying that it is impossible, but I'm saying that what successful people don't tell you is that they have studied and worked very hard to get where they are. The archivist industry is in a very late adoption stage in terms of innovation. If what I just said doesn't really make any sense to you, I've made a video about innovation and design which I recommend you go and watch. The link will be in the description. Basically what this means is that the industry is saturated and there are very little chances for growth, especially if you're just starting out and have no previous leads to help you taking off. With that said, I still think that there is a lot of work for everybody, but you need to take the right steps in the right direction. Be aware of current changes taking places in the industry. Any improvement that you might be looking for will not happen overnight. You got to be patient and you cannot give up. I'm going to share with you some of my, call them personal tips, call them whatever you want. For sure they're not secrets. Whoever talks about secrets is either bullshit you or is trying to sell you something. Throughout the process of trying to grow your business, you should always keep track of what works and what doesn't. That means that you should always be trying new things. Personally, I can recommend you 5 things that you can try to do. Numero uno, don't jump without a parachute. This applies to you specifically if you're just starting out. If you are thinking about becoming a freelancer, you should do that only if you already have some positive leads that can bring you enough work for you to afford to be independent. If you are working in an office, for example, you should talk to your boss, express the desire to be a freelancer, and ask to collaborate on a project basis. In any case, you should not quit your job just because of frustration. Needless to say, you should always try to keep a good relationship with the people that work with you, as you will never know how this might turn out useful one day. Before start working as a freelancer, make sure you have at least 6 months of pay in your bank account. You have 6 months of financial security that can help you stay positive. Focus and look forward. If you fail at first, it's okay. It's all part of the game. I'll guarantee you it will get better. Numero due. Focus on what you already have. Let's say you're a freelancer and have already a few clients, but are really looking for ways to grow. In my case, I've seen that focusing on my existing customers, identifying their needs and helping them out with outstanding work led to good, if not great, word of mouth marketing that brought me more and more leads. When that happened, the price of my services became a secondary factor. Definitely not the most important one. Even if I was more expensive than cheap alternatives, my clients knew that they were getting the value they needed. In the last 4 years, I focused a lot on learning different communication skills such as negotiation and crisis management, and that was of incredible help. Communication is a key aspect that more often than not in our field is wildly underrated. I might put some books in the description in case you want to read more about the topic. Also, bear in mind that not all clients will refer you. Sometimes it's also a question of luck. Some people simply don't like to be exposed by referring somebody even if they're happy with the work that they did. Do not worry about it. Stay focused and keep doing great work. Numero 3. Learn to say no. This connects very much to the previous point, so please try to pay attention. You might be looking to get new clients simply because you're trying to get better paying leads, meaning your current client pays you too little. More clients means also more liability. Before you do get more work and maybe grow your team, you should make sure that you get the most out of your existing customers. Sometimes we forget that we should be able to get paid more by our own existing clients. This is of course very difficult because of the circumstances. We all know that to impose a change is very difficult. My recommendation in that case is work on your negotiation skills and understand that the best weapon in your hand is the word no. I know it is hard to believe it, but turning down jobs that are not worth it will eventually lead you to get more and better jobs. You need to trust me on this one. Clients will actually have a higher consideration of you if you were to refuse their work based on convenience. The best thing about it is that it is actually your right to claim your value, so don't feel bad about it. Some business books actually suggest that you should never accept a job with the first offer, and no should always be your first answer. Now, I'm not sure about you, I probably wouldn't be able to do that, but I'm not here to debate this. Numero 4. Social media is to give and not to receive. A lot of visualizers make the mistake to focus all of their attention and efforts on social media, sometimes in a very aggressive way with the hope to get clients. Social media had its golden times, but that ship unfortunately has long sailed. Social media is still a very good way to showcase your work and eventually drive more employment offers than independent job offers. Most of the real clients have moved away from it already a long time ago, especially if you're a newcomer to the game. Social media will not bring you any notable clients, but rather the cheap ones that will give you more problems than opportunities. And Debbie knows what I'm talking about. With that said, you can still use social media to drive attention towards your work. By providing exclusive and outstanding valuable content to give away, by allowing for good interaction with the community, you can still generate some really good leads to your business. Think of people like Bertrand Benoit, Alex Ogrefe, Grant Warwick. In that case, social media can put you under a different spotlight, and it might as well bring you work in form of content creation, for instance. Sites like Patreon, Gumroad, for example, can be a very good way to sell the stuff that you do. Also, other designers that might need the help and might recognize your real value through the stuff that you make and share might get in touch to collaborate, so you never know. Before you do get too excited about this, you need to bear in mind that the competition is very high. This strategy might require a lot of time, mainly in creating the content, so you might need a very solid structure and a business plan, otherwise your efforts might be just futile. Also, in this case, communication skills are key. Numero 5. This is by far the most important point, so stop whatever you're doing, pay attention, listen carefully. Be real and be in person. Before we continue talking about this point, let us address the huge elephant in the room. Yes, I am the co-founder of the D2 conference, and yes, I do benefit from you guys coming to the D2 conference. With that said, going to conferences, meetups, drink ups, get together with other artists and colleagues, call them whatever you want, will give you some of the best chances for you to land new collaborations and get more work. You will have the chance to meet and interact with people that do the same job as you. You might get the chance to meet studios that are looking for new people, maybe freelancers. You will have the chance to present yourself, present your work, present your company, and as you can probably understand, this is always a good thing. When it comes to the D2, since a couple of years, you also have the chance to meet actual clients, as more architects, developers, and employment agencies are coming to the conference with the only scope to scout upcoming artists and give them a job. The one main reason we came up with the idea for this event is that in Austria, at the time, we talk about 2012 more or less, there was really zero talk about the archivist industry, and artists and architects working in the field were continuously struggling and fighting against the low price offers of neighboring countries like, say, Czech Republic, Slovakia, and Hungary, to name a few. At the same time, also neighboring countries were struggling with having offered too low prices without taking into account a lot of the different factors, and were now paying the consequences of their wrong business choices. But maybe we can keep this stuff for another video. The conference has really helped in this case to get a conversation going, and things have been ever since started to change for the better in Austria like in the neighboring countries. And now, crazy enough, worldwide, as we have more people coming from the US, Asia, Australia, and so on and so forth. This is also probably why the conference has been growing so much in the last few years, because it really adds value to those who attend it. I can say with confidence that, at least from my perspective, the personal approach, meaning being there in person and meeting and talking to other artists, has always worked better than anything else in getting new work, as well as improving the relationship with your existing clients. In case you do decide to go to meetups and conferences like the D2, you should really prepare yourself with like samples of your work. You should sharpen your communication skills. You will have to use them to create long-lasting relationships with the people that you meet. This might sound a little bit like a joke, but I've seen people failing really hard because they were simply not prepared when talking to potential clients or studios that wanted to collaborate. Now, as a little bonus, I have asked some of my friends and colleagues, people that are very successful at running their business, how they tackle the topic of getting more clients. My friend Lasse Rode of Xoyo in Berlin said, I have basically two tips. Realize that people know more people, building up a network is essential, word of mouth marketing is the most powerful. This works best when you work hard and deliver good work always on time. Never miss a deadline, give the client the feeling that he was part of the process by close and proactive communication, and use your brain. Provide true value, realize that what your strengths are, and build upon this. Something that really sets you apart from others and gets beyond nice renders. It could be a good design skill, speed, technical expertise, or being a nice dude people love to work with. Make this your niche. I know this is not get more clients tomorrow, but I believe it is the most sustainable way. You know, Lasse has some very cool points, some very clear points, which I agree with. Federico Biancullo says, a key to finding more jobs, especially if you're starting out, is building relationships both with potential clients and with colleagues. Building a relationship with colleagues is pretty simple and straightforward. There is plenty of opportunities to interact online, with Facebook discussion groups and Instagram being a good way to spark the conversation. However, I strongly recommend to show up at the yearly industry conferences and get to personally meet people working in the archivist business. Having strong relationship with your peers means that you'll be able to help each other in case of overbooking, and that's a great way to land more clients. I did not pay this guy to say that you should come to the D2 conference. Don't forget to follow up with people at regular intervals. This could be done also via email. Architects are busy folks and tend to forget stuff. I agree 100%. Thank you very much, Federico, for this beautiful insight. Santi Maniero Navarro of MAD Architecture Visualization. In my opinion, there is no magic recipe to get in touch with new clients. What might work for one office, maybe it's not working for another. In my experience, it's simple: be active and do good. Be active on social media, be active in forums, be active in social life. So leave aside the computer and get out to talk to people. If you are the visualization master and nobody knows it, you are going to starve. Of course. Don't disregard normal activities because of work. An art exhibition or a concert can also be a good chance to get to know somebody that might require your services sooner or later. Maybe not today, but when she needs it, or someone he knows, they might give you a call. Santi, thank you very much. This is, pretty much in line with everything that I've said. Okay, so these are only some of the contributions that I've received. The contributions were a lot more. Thank you very much to everybody who has helped. There was a very good insight that I received by Danilo Micic of Case. I will try to interview Danilo because he raises some very good points and things that I'm sure not everybody knows. So make sure you subscribe to get the update. Also, a good way for me to get the conversation going is for you guys to interact in the comment section. And if you have any questions, I'll try to answer them to the best of my knowledge. I would really appreciate if you could take the time to like and share this video so to get the conversation going with other people as well. These topics don't only apply to the field of archivists, other industries could benefit also from these tips, so feel free to share this video. I really hope you find it useful. Thanks a lot for watching. Happy 2018. See you next time.